Finally, after 6.5 hours of driving from Worcester up the M6, I'm at Coniston. You can just see behind me. This is the car parking area. There's some camping here and there's some more over the road. I'm just about to head to registration.
Lakeland 50 and the Lakeland 100. As you can see, it's daylight. It's not going to be daylight tomorrow when I finish. Hopefully it'll be some time just before midnight. As you can see, it's quite a big queue for the registration. It's been quite a stressful day. Getting up here was absolutely a nightmare. Managed to forget my gloves, managed to forget my cup, so had to scrabble around last minute in the hotel to pick up a few bits and pieces. Managed to miss the start of the 100. I wanted to get here for some footage of that. A bit disappointed really that I wasn't here to see that off, but yeah, couldn't be helped. That was pretty intense. The staff were really nice, the volunteers were really nice, they looked after you, very thorough, went through all your kit. I was a bit worried that something might fail, or you know, something might not be adequate, but they've gone through everything and they seem happy. So I've got my race pack with all my bits and pieces. I've got my tracker, they've attached that to my bag already, and I am now back off to my hotel, ready for tomorrow.
So, put your hand up if you're a first timer. Fantastic. Put your hand up if you've done it before. Well, that's about 50-50 split, isn't it? Yeah, that's good. Quick question then, the ones who've come and done it for the first time. Okay. If this is the first time you've done it, you will have a conversation at some point with some of your friends, your running friends, and you said, I'm going to Coniston doing Montane, Lakeland 50, Montane, Lakeland 100. And they say, oh, what distance are you doing? And you would have said, correct me if I'm wrong here, you would have said, oh, I'm only doing the 50. Okay, yeah? That laughter was from the people who've done it before. They know what's coming. I'm only doing the 50. Because this is what happens. When it's got the big brother of the 100, then you start saying things like, I'm only doing the 50. Hand over at this point to go through the rules and regulations of the day, my co-host, Uncle Terry.
Hi there, my notes are all written down. I've got to go through these. This is the boring bit. It's the bit that needs to be done, okay? So, as you know, the 100 runners went off last night. We've just been looking at the times, and it looks as though, although we say this isn't the year for records, it looks as though the lad that's in front is actually within record time. He's going round. Currently, he's going round Mardale. Sorry, I've had the night shift. I went to bed at 4 this morning. So yeah, he's working his way around Mardale at the moment, a place that you're going to see fairly soon. Anyway, there goes. All the course is, as in the roadbook, apart from the first 4 miles. The first 4 miles are all the way around the Dalemain estate. If you're in the lead, then you'll need to follow some signs. If you're not in the lead, then just follow the rest.
Here we are, looking to be in the sub 12:10. All being well, fingers crossed, should get in just before midnight. Around about 10 minutes just before they start letting us go. There we go, that's the start of the Lakeland 50. We're on our way. There we are, there's the loop of Dalemain Estate, 3.5 miles, very tough in this heat. Not a bad view to start with. Truly stunning views at the moment. So just approaching Whole Town checkpoint, about 11 miles. Right, up there, that high point up there, that's where we've got to go. And if you can see the lake down at the bottom, that's where I've just come from. And I'm just over the 12-mile point and I'm done, absolutely spent. So at the minute I'm just walking and hopefully be able to recoup a bit later on. Okay, so we're at the top of the hill, absolutely knackered. Around about 13 miles when I finished. So I'm just going to walk now, see if I can get some energy back and see how I am in the next mile or so. But it's not looking great. Again, absolutely stunning views coming down the hill. I've just got nothing in the tank. I can barely bring myself to do any running at all now. So that's Mardale checkpoint. That's probably where I'm going to pull out DNF. I'm just absolutely exhausted, got nothing left in the tank. Just going to sit down for a bit, grab something to eat, grab something to drink and see how I feel, but currently it's a no. So 2 days after the Lakeland 50 DNF, I've had a little bit of time to reflect on what went wrong, and it's a combination of about 5 or 6 things. It's been 5 weeks since I did the Wall 70-mile ultra. I was going to give myself a week's rest and then obviously crack on with the training in my programme for the Lakeland 50. But my first run back, I pulled my quad muscle, which meant I had to have a second week off. I had a third week which was pretty good training, and then halfway through the 4th week I got a cold, and that knocked me out for the rest of the block between the Wall and Lakeland 50. So in terms of preparation, it wasn't the best. I thought that my training for the Wall would see me through Lakeland 50, but obviously not being able to train properly on the type of terrain that the Lakeland 50 is didn't help. The Wall is very flat. It's quite a lot of roads, where obviously the Lakeland is a lot of hills, a lot of elevation, a lot of trail, and my feet just weren't used to it. And then it's just things like nutrition. I wasn't able to get a decent meal in on the Friday due to travelling, and it basically took 7 hours to get from Worcester to Coniston. It should have only took 3.5. There was loads of accidents and congestion on the M6. Wasn't able to get a decent breakfast in. Nutrition on the day was terrible. I didn't stop and eat at the right times. Certainly didn't take enough water on at Howtown, and regretted that big time on the way to Mardale. And then it was just that hill. I'd had a cold and flu and some chesty cough issues a couple of weeks before the Lakelands, and I hadn't recovered from that, and I just found going up that hill, 2 miles of pure elevation, that was really, really difficult. I couldn't breathe, had to basically take 10 steps, and then have to catch my breath back. It just took everything out of me getting up the top of that hill. And then when I got to the top, I didn't want to do anything else. So yeah, my mind had gone, my legs had gone, and it was probably the best decision to pull out at that stage. I don't think I could have walked 30 miles. I just didn't have it in me at the time. Will I do it again next year though? Part of me wants to. I don't like failing anything, I don't like to quit. But having seen some of that elevation, would I be able to give it a fair go? I'm not entirely sure, so I'm going to give it a few more weeks and have to think about it. Okay, thanks for watching.